So I've been wanting to do this for the longest freaking time possible. And a lot of it's because I've never done this. So this is my first time doing this. And at the same time, I'm just sick and tired of watching the Raiders just be subpar, just be disappointing. Tired of watching them suck. So I've done what any responsible Raider fan would do. Buy the damn team. So we're going to start our Raiders rebuild in Madden 23. We're going to kind of give our idea of what the Raiders rebuild should be. I'll kind of break down my thoughts on the roster, and obviously staffing is going to be interesting. But we're going to put some money into this organization. We're going to get some talent. We have the draft class ready to go. We're going to start in the offseason. Hopefully we can rebuild this team. So we'll do the roster, the draft, and everything. And then as we go on, you'll see the games, and we'll kind of go from that and just see where this goes. This is my first time doing a series like this, so I'm certain that I'm scared for the comments, but I'm interested to see what y'all say, what ideas y'all have, and whether you agree with me or not. So let's get to it, guys. First off, we're gonna start you off with staff week. The first freaking thing we are doing, we are in fire mode. You're gone. You're gone. You're definitely gone. And well, you're just kind of there. So we can start a brand new staff. We're gonna make some moves roster wise. And okay. Guys, just really quick. Stuff like this doesn't come easy. So if you like what you see, hit like, hit subscribe. Follow. Every little bit counts, guys. Thank you. There was a lot of support for the page late last year. So thank you guys so much for that. Just allowing me to do this and kind of giving the opportunity for me to do this. So let's go to it. We need freaking everything, right? We need everything we need. So really, where should we start? For me, knowing this roster, I want to start with the line play. I want to make sure the O-line is down before we have anything. We do have legit talent at the skill positions. So that's not as big of a need compared to on the offensive line, compared to the parts of the secondary, compared to the defensive line. And I feel like if we can shore that up, we can lock that down, we can definitely flesh this thing out and definitely get this rebuild really going full speed. So one thing we're going to do, we're going to just start scouting linemen throughout. Kind of just really go from that. I feel like we can start in that. We start in that direction. And no, we're not getting like a Robert Gallery. Thank freaking God. But we're going to be strategic about this. We're going to build out and kind of go from that. At the same time, who is going to be the head coach? And that's something we have to, not only the head coach, but what's the scheme going to be? What is the identity of this team going to be? I think the one thing with the Raiders, in my opinion, is there really hasn't been an identity. And my friend and I joked that their identity is they want to be the Patriots, which doesn't seem so far off considering what's been happening. We are gonna need a quarterback. I think we try to go with a trade, if not a veteran in free agency. Running back, I think we're good. Receivers. So let's look at the roster before we start sending everyone home. So obviously, Carr at quarterback, Stidham the backup, right? Jacob Johnson. I don't know how much we're gonna really keep a fullback I don't know how much we'll really keep a fullback compared to just having an extra tight end. Hunter Renfrow, that's the guy I was thinking about. We have Hunter Renfrow, Matt Collins, Keelan Cole. I mean, my biggest thing is the line. Obviously, we're not giving it to Colton Miller. Devin Waller at tight end, I think we're short of, but we get a legit second tight end. We'll be in really good shape. Defensively, I think we really do have to do a lot here. Chandler Jones getting older. We do have to figure out an edge rusher. Or backup outside backer if we change the defensive look. We do need to work on this D-line a whole lot, right? We're not going to Max Crosby. We already know what he does. Everyone else, to me, is fairly expendable. Re-signing period should be really interesting and who we keep and then what we go for. So we need a coach. We need a coach. We need a staff. We got to figure out what we want to do, okay? I don't want to get any of these guys. Definitely not him. So let's go the coordinator route, okay? I like that. I like that a lot from Buffalo. And granted, Buffalo's had a legit team for a minute. I'm not going to touch Denver. I wish that the staffs in Madden. My biggest gripe with the game, I wish the staffs in Madden were accurate to who is what. So like this should be Eric Bieniemy. This should be Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore is gonna get a head coaching job somewhere. I got a feeling. So the question is like, what do we want to do, right? And I know like this kind of takes away from everything, in a sense. It takes away from a little bit. What do we want to do? So we need to find an identity. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good to go with the power running game. I think with Josh Jacobs, we can do a lot out of that. Especially if we're going to bring in a young quarterback. We'll definitely want to rely on the running game a lot. We don't want to, so we'll go with we're gonna make Braden Williamson the head coach for this team. So obviously new head coach. So now we want to get a coordinator and defense coordinator to kind of match the schemes. So we got a vertical power running game, right? Vertical power running game. Thomas Peters matches it. You will be the OC. Okay, so now we got to look for a defensive coordinator. So we're going to 4-3-quarter scheme. So we want a scheme to kind of match. Get close to it. So Sammy Rios does run that 4-3-quarters. So this is his kind of, this is definitely his kind of scheme. Yep. So we're going to hire him. So now we have our staff. So everything kind of lines up what we want to do, how we want to build this team. So now with that said, now we got to build the scheme, right? So we have a staff. Now we got to build the scheme. We know he's a vertical power running game, which kind of fits 4-3-quarters, which we do got to fix a little bit. We're going to need as a defensive tackle, which means we're going to have 4 on the D-line. We're going to redo our backers. Again, the idea is we want to get pressure on the quarterback defensively, and be able to handle the run game a lot easier. So that's one thing we're going to do. Defensively, we'll be using Buffalo's playbook on both offensive and defensive. So we're going to rock with that. Now we get the fun part. Now we get to re-sign. So now we have to see who we're actually going to keep. And this is the hard part because when you're doing a rebuild with a new coaching staff, let alone a new owner and GM, really it's everyone's jobs up for grabs in my opinion, right? So let's look. We got 31 players ready to negotiate. So there's potentially 31 potential free agents. Josh Jacobs, yeah, we definitely want to keep. Ideally, I think we're going to want to keep him. Right, so he wants to make 45 over 5 years. So we're going to kind of we'll give the 5. We'll go 5.5 with $5 million signing bonus. And we got to keep in mind, we do have this takes about 62 in the cap. So he's going to take some cap space from us. But again, this is going to be the franchise running back. We're going to make Josh Jacobs the franchise running back. We're gonna try to pay him as such too. The equivalent of $8 million a year, 5.5 signing bonus. I think he'll take that. It's just a little bit shy than what he wanted for 5 years, but he does get more money in the bonus. There we go. So we got our franchise running backs. Now, who else do we really go after, right? I'm not worried about cutting depth because I think we can get better depth, not just in free agency, but with the draft. And I think one thing we'll focus on is the fit. I like the fact they have no income tax as a motivation. Big market, Las Vegas will never be a big sports market. I'm sorry. Sports has become part of tourism. So one thing we do want to do is re-sign guys who are going to fit what we want to do because it's going to make it a lot easier to develop these guys, right? So Jerron Harmon, he may end up being a backup, but we can get him cheap. So we'll do 2-year, $2 million, 1.5 bonus, And he doesn't want to come back. That's fine. Now, if you don't want to be here, bye. I'm not gonna franchise tag him. Mac Hollins, I think we could develop him a lot. We could try to keep developing him a little bit. But let's give him 1 year at 2.5, and just kind of see where this goes. He's probably not gonna want to stay, but. So we have a lot of guys that can test out free agency. So we're 1 for 3 so far. Let's see if there's anyone else we really want to. We really want to keep. Because to be honest, looking at this roster, there really isn't anyone I'm dying to keep like that. These two may be the biggest losses we have, but I feel like we can find some. We can definitely do something in free agency. We're gonna spend some money in free agency. We're gonna let these guys. We're gonna do something really ballsy, and we're gonna let these guys go. So let's check out the mock draft. Let's see who they have us get. Where are we drafting? We should probably know that. We're drafting third. Okay. And they have us getting a D tackle, which I'm with. Like I think just getting kind of it goes to what we want to do as far as from the defensive line. We want to really build that D line, kind of rebuild D line so we can get pressure on the quarterback defensively. That should help out the secondary. You know, if we can get left tackle. See, Paris Johnson is really the one I want to get and move him to right, and we'll have our bookends essentially. So we're drafting third overall. Okay, so we're gonna have options, and then we are gonna really just flesh this shit out. Honestly, we're gonna really redo this entire thing. All right, we're losing about 30 players. Can we lose 30 players? That is one hell of a rebuild. Okay, so in that case, we have 28 ready to resign. 2 didn't want to resign, so that's whatever. What we're gonna do is just sign guys to like 1-year deals. Except, yeah. Nobody wants to stay in Vegas. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep you for depth. Oh, not at one. No. I'm not interested in signing. Nobody wants to come back to this team. The idea really being because we're gonna try to make a splash in free agency. At the same time, like it's hard to sign 20-something new players if we're being realistic. So we do got to keep some of these guys. Do I want to keep it? I don't know if I want to keep it 61 times. I'm not paying this guy $3 million a year to ride the freaking bench. Come on. He doesn't want to. We're not signing you. All right, so we are getting rid of 24 players. Challenge accepted, guys. Let's do it. Time to see who's available in free agency. Let's see who. We need everything, so let's just see who's available first and kind of go from that. Bray does not want to come to Vegas. Cool, I don't want him either. Marcus Davenport, we do need a defensive end. He wants to be here. I'm sure we can make this kind of move. And this would be a great start because we do want to redo the line. Obviously, I think drafting wise, if we do follow the mock draft, getting Marcus Davenport and then getting like one of the top defensive tackles in the draft, I think that's going to be great. I think that would be a great move for exactly what we want to do. So you want 35 for. Let's go 8. It's 5.5. So that's 9. That's 7. Nine and a half. So we get closer to what he wants. The fact that he wants to be with us helps a lot. In fact, we're kind of giving in a bit. It's definitely going to help. So that's a good. That's a start, and we do have top offer, so that's great because people are going to go after him. We don't need a back. We could use a corner. I do like the fact that he's a fit. And this is going to help us, and he wants to be here. So this is perfect for us. This is exactly what we're looking for, along with Dalvin Tomlinson. So we can make a big splash, really on the defensive side of the ball. So let's go 2 year. He wants 1 year. We'll go 2 year deal at 5.5. Again, I told you guys, we're going to spend some money on this team. Going after guys who want to be with us, I think is going to be the best way. We're not even close in the offer. Sheesh. Okay. And we got top offer. So top 2 guys. Looks like no, not even. What? Get out. I want them here, but I'm not gonna overpay. I'm not gonna ridiculously overpay like that. Denzel Perryman, I think we're gonna come back to him. Dalvin Tomlinson, if we're running a 4-3 to have 2 legit D tackles, I think it's gonna be a great move for us. That's from getting pressure and stopping the run. So we'll do 2 years. He wants 9.2. Oh, come on, bro. We'll do 7 with 6.5 bonus. Kind of get closer. Meet me some way, dude. Come on. Let's see what we got them. Top offers. We're not even a top offer, really? Oh, this is going to get... And we signed both because they want to be with us. Great. That helps a lot. So we got two guys on our D line, so exactly where we want to be right now. We did spend a little bit more on the cap, which is great. Well, we spent a little bit more on the cap, which is not great. Excuse me. Not where we want to be, but that's fine. Trade wise, so Gino goes back to Seattle. Don't really want Garoppolo. Again, like the question is going to be, do we want Carr? And to be honest, I'd like to move away from Carr. Garoppolo to the Raiders would be a very fascinating move. But we do need to see what's in the market for him, right? So the issue with Carr is who would take him? This rebuild is not going to happen overnight. I think it's going to be like it could be like a 3 season top sting pro day results. Who looked good? Okay. So the issue with trading Derek Carr is the cap, right? Not just what you get back, but really the cap. He's 32 years old. 30 mil cap hit is insane. It would help us a ton, but we have to find we got to find the right team. And somehow we actually found the right team. The Bears have $121 million in cap room? Ooh. The Colts, we do get another receiver. We do get an outside backer. Okay. The Commanders would give us another starting caliber receiver. Okay, so this actually isn't bad. The Giants give us like nothing. And then Derek Carr to Houston would be the most Carr family shit possible. Most full circle for him, considering where his brother David started. I do like this deal with the Colts. I think we do get a rotational receiver. We do get a guy at the at back. We do get a draft pick out of it, which I think is big. I do like the fact with the Bears, it's an easy trade because we get a receiver and a special teams corner. But I do like we get Darnell Mooney out of that. I think that's a great deal. Obviously, Commanders 1-for-1 with Curtis Samuel. The Falcons, we're getting 2 guys. The Giants, they'll give us a backup guard, which we could use line. I could use depth on line, and a draft pick for next season, but it's still a 7th rounder, so we're going to go with Chicago. No. We're going to go with the Colts. No, well. We're going to go with the Colts mainly because we do get that draft pick this year, and we do get guys we could use immediately. So, bye. So, apparently Derek Carr to the Colts is also a thing that's in Madden. So, that helps. So, we are going to be looking for a quarterback. We did open up a lot of cap room, which is perfect. So, it gives us more room to get free agents and sign who we got to sign. As you can see, we're at 45 players. The minimum is 50. Minimum is 48, so we do got to get 3 more just to be at the minimum. We are going to try to get over the 50 mark. And then obviously the draft, that's going to help a lot too. So let's get back into free agents. We had 2 right now. We have 2. So far we signed Marcus Davenport and Dalvin Tomlinson, so we did show up that O-line. So now let's try to look at the offense side of the ball. Brady goes back to the Patriots. Wow. Okay. If you say so. I just don't think he goes back. I'm curious the way he's going to go after Tampa. I think he needs to retire, but I'm curious to see where he goes. Jarvis Landry, that's tempting, honestly, but he doesn't want to be here, so screw that. Denzel Perryman's still unsigned. I think we can resign him, truthfully. I really think we can resign him. You know, we had him already. Does tell you how old he is? Nope. We do need a starting backer. He would fill that slot, so we don't have to worry about that. The $5.5 million is really where he loses me a little bit. So I think we can get him down to 4. Let's see what happens. I mean, no one's really going after him, so it's not like we're competing with other teams. I mean, to be honest, like, we're the only team going after him. And Chicago can afford everybody right now if they wanted to. It's all that cap room. We do need a quarterback, so I think that's one thing we're gonna look at right now. Will we draft a quarterback? Maybe. Brady just wasn't it. We should have Garoppolo to the Giants. That's a weird move. That's a very weird move. Sam Darnold as a Raider would be interesting, to say the least. Who wants to be here? Let's do that. No. I would. We should have made a move for Garoppolo. I think I'm gonna regret that a bit, but okay. No. Tyrod. We can get Tyrod cheap. To be a backup, we can draft and get Tyrod stupid cheap. Okay, Gardner Minshew, that would have been fun. Stravler, the CFL god. No. Ben Kurt. Do we draft Kurt? Do we sign Kurt Benkert and he wants to be a Raider? You know what? I gotta grab fan, man. Kurt Benkert's the one guy I will overpay for no reason just to have him on the roster. Like, he's gonna sign with us. Okay, he has to sign with us. I will send him this clip on Twitter. He has to sign with us, okay? We are keeping him. That's awesome. That's so awesome. We saw him. Barkley, no. DiNucci, no. Benkert with negotiating, quote unquote. Donald's interesting because we could not only rebuild the Raiders, we could revive Sam Darnold. The question is, he's not entirely a fit. Can we use him in the offense? Maybe. But I feel like of all the quarterbacks that are interested, outside Garoppolo, he's the best one that we can get stupid easily. So we're going to take the shot with Sam Darnold. I'm not going to give him 3 years, though. So 13 years. But we will give him a little bit more money. So we'll do 4 year, 2.5 bonus. Because right now, our quarterbacks are our kicker and punter. That shit ain't going to work. Like, this would be, to be honest, like Sam Darnold going to the Raiders, going to a rebuilding Raiders, and then just reviving his entire career is the most Raiders shit possible historically. Like, that's the definition of this organization. You look at guys like Jim Plunkett. Like, Jimmy Plunkett was an absolute bust when he was with New England, and then I think the Niners, and then he came to the Raiders and he became like pretty much a Hall of Famer, right? No one thought shit of Stabler. Goes to the Raiders, Hall of Famer. You know, like, people wanted Rich Gannon to be a DB. You know, then he went to the Chiefs, did his thing in Kansas City, went to the Raiders, led them to the Super Bowl in 2002. So, I mean, this is Sam Darnold screams Raiders. We're not going to give the long-term deal because if it just doesn't work, it doesn't work. But this, I have a feeling. We can still draft. Don't get me wrong. We can definitely still draft, but I have a feeling about that one. But we need to block for these guys. Landry, I feel like if we wanted to go after Jarvis Landry, we have to overpay just to get him there. Desmond King, we wanted to overpay. What did he go, he wanted a 1 year deal, really? All right, I guess, bro. Sterling Shepard. I like Shep, don't get me wrong, and I hate what happened to him this season. Just, it would solidify, though. Like, he would be the slot, which would make Renfro the 2. Nah. Jamal Williams. This is an interesting one because we could use like a good backup for. We could use a legit backup for Josh. We'll see where that goes. Evaluate the offers. We can look at 3 of them. No targeted. Did we sign? I think we signed everybody. We have our quarterback. We have both of our quarterbacks. We got back Denzel Perriman. So defensively, we improved the box. We improved the D-line at least. And then we got back our linebacker. We got back our starting Mike. So that's good. The question is, who would we get next, right? Chris Harris is definitely an option if you look at what we have for at corner. I think having a veteran corner like that would be legit. You know, he is interested in the team. A little bit on the expensive side, but we can get him. Eric Rowe could use a strong safety. I mean, you know, he does want to. He does want to be. He really does want to be it. I think we can get him on the cheaper. We will do the 1 year deal, but I'm not gonna do 1 year deal at 4. So we'll do a 3 and just improve the bonus and see. We'll do 3.5. We'll play nice and see where that goes. I'm scared about doing a lot of 1 year deals because then re-signing becomes a bitch later on. I'm not gonna lie, a backfield with Josh Jacobs and Jamal Williams could be awesome in power running game. I think we gotta try. It won't be a 4 year deal though. Okay. Position rank, he's supposed to be one of the best. He's supposed to be the best right guard. I think improving right guard will help us a lot. Improving the O-line is going to help us a lot. We kind of can get him somewhat on the cheap. I don't think he has any other offers, so like we can kind of, I want to say lowball, but we get him on a 1 year deal, kind of see where that goes. It's really not as, it'd be easy. It should be an easy signing. Okay. So now we see where this goes. So we're going to advance to stage 3. So we go back to free agency in stage 3. Targeted, which means, so we signed. Okay. So my signings, we got our top D lineman. We got back Denzel Perriman. We can definitely build him. We got Jamal Williams, perfect. Eric Rowe, perfect. So we got the guys we want. Darrell Williams, cool. We just didn't get Fant, which is fine, which saved us about $13 million in cap space. Like I said, you guys, we are going to build this team and we're going to spend some money. I'm not watching this team suck for another season if we don't have to. Okay, mock draft 3. So this pretty much says who we're going to get. I think we still get that D tackle. Now it has us getting an end. Okay. Although, like, we may go end and then second round go quarterback because we would want someone behind Donald or someone rotating with Donald if it does come to it. Here's how we have everything at the current moment. So Sam Donald starting, Banker right behind him. Right, line. We didn't improve at guard, which is good. Yeah, Andre James still stays at center. Maybe I feel like we do need to improve that. Tackle for sure. We need to improve. Right. I like what we have at receiver. Marvin Jones at end of 3. Renfro right there. We can do a lot with that. We're not using traditional fullback, so it'll pretty much be like a 2-back set between Josh Jacobs and Jamal Williams. I think that's going to be awesome for us. Defensively, switching to that 4-3. Marcus Davenport at the end. Dalvin Tomlinson in tackle. We can definitely a lot with that. If we get another end, great. We have 3 good to go, and then we can just fill in this second D tackle. So here's what we got in free agency. Marcus Davenport, Dalvin Tomlinson. Obviously, they're going to start in D-line. Denzel Perriman's back at Mike. Jamal Williams to back up Josh Jacobs. We have a good 1-2 combo there. Eric Rowe at strong safety, replacing Jonathan Abrams, which is good because I'm not a fan of Abrams either. Marvin Jones in the slot, which is going to help us a lot. Darrell Williams hopping in the right guard. We're going to improve that immediately. We got two quarterbacks. I know people thinking, Sam Darnold? You're going to sign Sam Darnold? What's wrong with you? We're also going to draft. We also did miss out on Garoppolo, which between the two would be the guy. I'm telling you, if we can turn Sam Darnold around along with this Vader franchise, it's going to scream one hell of a rebuild if we do that. We have who we want draft-wise. So now, who we want in free agency. So now let's draft. This is where shit gets interesting because we have to hit. The biggest thing when you're doing a rebuild, the biggest thing you have to do is hit. You have to hit in your draft. You have to hit at least your first 3 picks. Like, they have to be. We cannot miss on this. With that said, we are probably going to miss something on this. Let's pick. So, here's who's left. Obviously, both quarterbacks are gone. Do we want... Good part is we did improve the line like we wanted to. more or less. Defensively, we do need a tackle. We could use tackle in rotation, so Jalen Carter seemingly would be the fit here. I really want to get Paris Johnson. I feel like we're reaching. We get Paris Johnson, but I do feel like, and at the end of the day, that's going to be like the move to really move. And I say this because Madden 22, I actually drafted him with a Giants rebuild, and he was spectacular, honestly. Good strength, decent speed. You know, he can move like this. He's solid to me. We did show up the D line a little bit. It was just shuffling everyone around. So I'm not so worried about a D tackle, although it would help. But honestly, at Paris Johnson, like we could bookend him and Colton Miller. I think Paris Johnson is going to be the move, and we're going to move him to right tackle. And we get the hidden, and the best part, we get the hidden dev, which is going to go such a long way. And he had the hidden dev in 22 also. So the fact that that's the thing too is perfect. So this will be a better move than I think Madden originally had. So we got our tackle. So now we can now let's go quarterback. The reason I'm doing it this way, and if we're looking at it now, we can actually wait. Dugan's going to be our guy, honestly. I'm not drafting Dugan second. Get the hell out of here. Dugan's going to be our guy and we're going to hold off as long as possible. So, we go on needs. We do need a guard. We do need more O-linemen. We also do need a corner. We could use corner, truthfully. We also could use D-tackle still. We could use a lot of this stuff. We're going to go corner 6. We'll go Eli Ricks. We are going to play a lot of man-to-man coverage. This is going to be moved, so we'll draft him. Normal trait. All right, cool. We do get a 91 speed with 90 acceleration, so he's going to be able to move with them, which is perfect. Exactly what we want. 6'1", has a height, can get those one-on-one balls. Remember, we're in day 2, okay? So we're in day 2 still. We could get another corner. We do have 2 guys who would fit perfectly for us. Remember, we're early. This is, round 3. We could actually go after them, now that I think about it. I was going to say get a local guy, but we're not in Oakland anymore. So we'll go. I don't want to go corner. I don't know if I want to go corner again. If I want to get another end, we do have some other needs. We do have 6 corners, so we really don't need another one. Free safety we could use for sure. Offensively, we don't need another running back. We have 4. We're good at receiver for the most part. It's really going to be between these two because they fit what we want to do. We got one Bama guy, and then we have another 6'1" guy. I kind of want to go for the height. So we can go Q Blue Kelly. Okay. I'm going to regret that later on. And we got a hidden. Perfect. I didn't even expect this. And we got a hidden dev. So this is awesome for us. We also got 91 speed, 89 acceleration. Wonderful. 91 jumping with a 6'1" frame. You know what? All right. So far we've hit on 2 or 3. I am happy with that. Perfectly happy with that. It's what we want to do, especially doing the rebuild. We have 2 guys who are kind of like borderline 2-3. Both a cornerback. Is this a cornerback draft? Like, what the hell? I don't think we need to redo the entire secondary like that. What's interesting, though, is that this Tyler Van Dyke is a better fit for our offense. Max Dugan has the better upside. Spencer Rattler is all the way down there. Damn. Spencer Rattler as an undrafted free agent is something I've not seen from QB1. I'm just saying. Okay, so we're not going quarterback. Really don't want to go corner. I don't want to go corner again, truthfully. So let's go. You know what? Screw it. We'll go corner. I'm going to regret this. Oh, he's a fit. Interesting. All right, so we'll go with DJ Turner from Michigan.
Next up.
So far, we're 2 for 4. I'm not complaining. I do like the 91 speed, 90 acceleration. The jumping's okay. And the agility is kind of whatever. But look, if he can be like a 3rd or 4th corner for us, if he can go special, not only special teams, but he'll be there anyways. But 3rd, 4th corner really kind of rotate through. Like, I think we'll be fine. We have another 4th round pick. So
the Chicago Bears are on the clock now.
So day 3, now we can kind of go for pretty much who's left, more or less. We don't need a strong safety. But you fit, and you're 6'3". We can go strong safety.
Next up,
Normal dev.
the
Okay, that's
Cleveland
okay.
Browns are on the
We need everything. I don't need 5 running backs. I don't think we need another receiver too. What we have? We have 8 receivers. Like, why? We do need another D tackle for depth. So, no, Daniel's at TCU. I'm a little bit, just because I'm in Fort Worth, kind of partial TCU guys. Even though I didn't even go to TCU. I'm a Cal Berkeley alum. We could use another Mike backer. We definitely need a backup free safety. I don't want a 5'9" corner. I don't want another corner. That's the problem. We don't need 1,000 receivers. We do need a D tackle though, because we only have like 2. So you are going to be who we go after.
now on the
He looks
clock.
old as shit in
The
that
Washington Commanders.
All right, so our TCU boys are still there. All the good quarterbacks want to gone. I would consider Spencer Rattler. I've seen him play. Like, I would consider Spencer Rattler, truthfully. It's possible. I'm just saying, like, it'd be like a late round 7 pick if we do it. Again, like, we need everything, so I'm not gonna worry about. I just don't need 9 corners because I have corner. 6 active corners. And you're on the upside. So I do like that. I don't need 9 receivers, though. So receiver is kind of out of the question. Jordan Whittington's available. Damn. We do need a tight end, so we can get you. Just.
Next up,
I will
the
take 85.
Cincinnati
I'll take 85 speed at
Bengals
tight
are
end.
on the
Question is,
clock.
can you block? Did someone really drafted Spencer Rattler? Wow. Okay. So this is interesting. Really, you can kind of go with whomever. It's better to go with the fit. You guys can fit the scheme. They're gonna develop better. They should at least develop better. So we can go with Conrad Mercer here mainly because he fits. And honestly, he's probably gonna be if anything, he's probably gonna be the 3.
Now on the clock, the San
So power
Francisco 49ers.
rifle of an arm. So let's see where that goes. I got a feeling we're signing someone. I got a feeling we're gonna sign. We can take him. I'm curious about this now because this guy's available in the 7th round and was projected 3 to 4. 4.5 40. Bench press is okay. I don't expect skill positions to really kill it on bench. Honestly, Cat's on the defensive side of the ball a bit more than the offense, but all right. He has hops though, apparently. 91 gets up there.
The Giants.
6-foot frame. Again, go Frogs. I don't want to go wide out. I really don't want to go wide out. But if we can get again, we're getting the fit. And I'll take a 6'2" deep threat wide out compared to 6'1". 6'2", 225. Like we may be able to move him tight end, honestly. So there's some versatility there. Drops shit apparently. Oh, we'll take the shot. Jonathan Mingo, we'll take the shot. And that should be the draft. Cool. So this is the draft class, guys. Here we go. This is draft class. Paris Johnson, we will move him to right tackle. Eli Ricks out of Bama. He's going to be in the mix for corner. We drafted 3 corners. We got a strong safety. We got depth at defensive tackle because we did need another one. That's cool. So that helps. We need another tight end. He's a vertical threat tight end. Cool. We got another quarterback. See where that goes. And then Noah Daniels, I'm really curious to see how he's going to turn out because he was like a mid draft, a mid third, fourth round projected, and then we got him in the 7th round. That's interesting to me. So if we're going overall, Paris Johnson's our best, followed by the 3 DBs, followed by pretty much all the defensive backs we drafted. Our quarterback's the worst, which I expected because he should have went undrafted, really. And then our D tackle is decent rotationally. So we didn't do, to be honest, I don't think we did that bad in the draft, right? I really don't think we did that bad in the draft. So let's go to the roster. We do got to move some guys around. And we will definitely start with our rookie. You're going to the right. Hate to break it to you. No, I don't hate to break it to you. You're going to the right. You're going to the right and you're going to have a Hall of Fame career. Yep, and he's going to start over both of these guys. So that says, since you actually get us about $1 million back in the cap, goodbye. Cool. So we have our tackle set. We got to see who's available. I think we can probably get someone a little bit better than Tyler Davis. Backers, Divine Diablo. I'm really curious to see what he's going to do in the 4-3. Denzel Perriman is going to be our Mike. Zaire Franklin's going to be our right side backer. Again, we have every corner imaginable. 2 guys. Oh, man. We can cut these 3 guys, really. Because we just have DBs we have a crap ton of DBs for no reason. And that's not really what we need to do. Webb gets us some cap space, although we lose about 10K. I will not complain about losing about 10K. And you're gone. Free safety, I think we're going to move one of these guys over. All 3 fit. Who's better at covering? Honestly. They're really not that far apart. They're really not that far apart. We could move him over to free and see where that goes. Why is he a captain? He's not. Okay. We could move him to free and see where that goes. He may replace Morig, but again, when you've been trash, when a team has been trash for so long, you gotta do everything possible to put something in. So he's gonna back up both, really. So that's good. So we can fill that need. Cool. Now, who's undrafted and available? This is the part I'm curious about. It will not let me see. Okay. So let's go into week 1 preseason. And let's go into the roster. So who's available? Who's an undrafted free agent that's available? This we gotta see it because Mac A is the best one. Sure. Okay. Chris Harris is still available. Wow. To be honest, we could use him. Him and or Xavier Rhodes. Maybe. Julio. That's tempting, but I don't know about a 77 overall when we have like 99, 83, and another 77. But that's good to know. Landon Collins is available. Daquan Jones, we do need another D tackle. So honestly, we're going to sign him to the 1 year. So we have our 4 D tackles. We have good depth at defensive tackle, which is good. Now that we're running the 4-3. Okay. So we'd have Devontae, Julio, Renfro, and then Marvin Jones from 1 to 4. That's a good receiving core. You know what? What's my cap? 4 mil. That's half the cap room we have in case shit happens. Yeah. I'm not going to like that move going forward. But I'm going to like that move going forward. Gone is Derek Carr. Gone is Josh McDaniels. Gone is a lot of guys. We got Sam Darnold at quarterback. And this is going to be this will be the fun part. Mainly because if we're going to be able to revamp this franchise and we can revive his career, it's going to be awesome. Okay? We got a lot of help on the line. We were able to get Darrell Williams at guards. We improved immediately on the right side. Paris Johnson is the big one, especially with the hidden dev trait. We got the rookie Jaheim Bell as a backup tight end. And then Sieg behind him. Renfro. We got Julio Jones. We'll see how he goes. We'll probably see how he goes in preseason. Donald Becker and Mercer are quarterbacks. Josh Jacobs, Jamal Williams is a big signing for us. That's gonna be great. Defensively, we switched to 4-3. We moved Crosby down to left defensive end. Put Davenport over to the right. That's gonna help us a lot. Chandler Jones behind him. That's a good rotation. Devin Tomlinson and Daquan Jones in the interior. That's gonna help fill the gaps. I think that's gonna be a good move for us. Backer is gonna be interesting because since we moved Crosby and Jones away from the outside, it'd be interesting to see what we do, how the outside backer works between Zaire Franklin and Divine Diablo. Eric Rowe at strong safety. Movic stays starting. Eli Ricks, we have a rookie starting at the second corner. Sidney Jones drops into the nickel. Kelly is QB Kelly. This will be an interesting one because the hidden dev trait. I got a feeling he's going to work his way into the starting lineup for sure. Special teams, we still got our guys, AJ Cole, Daniel Carlson. Kelly's going to return kicks. That's perfect. Specialists. In the slot, I'm not putting Devontae in the slot. To me, I just would not put Devontae Adams in the slot. Well, we can move him around, but probably not how I want to start that. It'd probably still be Renfro in the slot for me. Actually, no, that's why we got Marvin Jones. But the fact we also have Julio back there just makes things interesting. Again, and we can cut a worst case scenario, like if we need someone, then we can just make the proper roster adjustments as need be. So let's just take a quick. Let's get we can get a preview of what this team's gonna look like in this. We'll do one preseason game, get an idea of what this team's gonna look like. So, okay, defend outside run. So we'll just kind of shortcut it real quick. See what this team looks like early on. I'll hop out during the game and then come back towards the end. Guys, thank you guys so much for coming by. Everyone who kind of stuck through this fun video. Thank you guys so much for coming by. And I will take it to your guys, Brandon Garden and Charles Davis, right about now.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Detroit Lions
and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time. But admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
The ball is in the possession of the Las Vegas Raiders.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Of scrimmage, they used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. Come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Jacobs going to try the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Here's Darnold. Caught by Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Play action. It's Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hang. Well, let's get back into the action. This defense up against a 1st and 10. The ball down at the 12-yard line. After the interception, here's Goff. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions are on the board first here in Vegas. Field position 1st and 10 in the red zone. After the interception, here's Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams from 13 yards out. And the Raiders have taken the lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did. That's the defense just trying to force the field goal attempt. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. This pass complete to Reynolds. Touchdown! Josh Reynolds from 21 yards away. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. On 2nd down now, this defense sort of finding themselves with their backs against the wall. Ball in the red zone. Throwing again on 2nd down. Love. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Love looking to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. Goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Sanders' kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
To throw is Bankert.
out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Banker to throw. Complete. This is Albert Wilson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now Bankert. The left side completion to Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding Pierce on the crossing route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. First down, here's White. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Third quarter, third down. Can this defense get the stop? From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar. In good position, can they finish the drive off? 1st and 10 in the red zone. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 14-yard touchdown as they have taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter. On 2nd and 1, Love. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Lions are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Here we go. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. Another looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift. Well, this one's getting good now. 4th quarter, tie game. This defense looking for a huge 3rd down stop. On 3rd down, Love. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An inside give, Brown. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Mercer. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Man open. Here is Jones. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He'll look to throw.
Firing, and Julio Jones has it on his slant.
Getting out of bounds, they took what they gave him, and it was successful.
He's back to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Now keep in mind, no overtime in the preseason. So without getting ahead of ourselves, we'll likely see a 2-point try should they get this in the end zone.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game.
First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
All right, guys, we're back. Record-wise, not exactly how you want to start the preseason, but we saw a lot of good things. I liked what I saw at Dono. Liked what I saw a lot out of Bankert. So quarterback-wise, I think we're not entirely like light years better, but I think we're in a really good spot. Julio, still Julio. Liked what I saw out of him, especially with second team. Devontae's Devontae. I mean, you throw it his way, he's cashing that. Line looked good. I think Paris Johnson looked fine. The fumble, it was a good recovery, but that is what it is. But there's some good stuff with this roster. There's some good things. So we'll see what we get. On the next episode, we will go into week 1 against Kansas City. But this seems to, minus anything significant, this seems to be the team. And I think we're in a very good spot, guys. So defensively, we got to take a look at a couple things, especially in the secondary. Line, I thought we'd get a little bit better, but again, when we saw a quarter. So I mean, what can we really say out of it, right? So. But yeah, that's going to end it for episode 1 of the Raiders Rebuild. Thank you guys so much to everyone who came by. Once again, as always, if you like what you saw and had fun with this, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment. Every little bit counts, guys. Let me know what I could work on or what you guys would like to see also. And all right, as always, take care of one another, and I will see y'all next time.